Hey everyone, welcome back. This is my episode 2 anime review of Glasslip. I can't believe that we're at an episode 2 already. Well, technically I already watched and reviewed 3 episodes 2. I didn't mention it in there, but yeah, we're at episode 2s already. It's insane. Really, it seems like just yesterday I reviewed episode 1 of Glasslip. And this episode also did not disappoint. Now, the episode was actually quite simple, and despite that, quite a bit actually did happen, and there was a lot of foreshadowing in this episode. And what I mean by foreshadowing is that there's a bit of a supernatural element here, which I did not expect going into it. I expected it to just be a slice of life. This episode's titled Beach, by the way. I see it's has genre tags here on Wikipedia of drama, romance, and slice of life. There's really no supernatural genre tag here, so I didn't expect it to really have any supernatural elements in it. And the supernatural elements aren't anything too major. Like, basically our main character, hold on a second, I don't remember her name yet, but our main heroine is able to basically see into the future, and we don't know exactly why yet. All we know is that she has this glass gem, and if she looks into it and concentrates hard enough, she can basically see little glimpses into the future. And really, that's major foreshadowing of major foreshadowing of what might happen in the future, but also major foreshadowing of, or it might foreshadow later on exactly who she'll end up with in the end. So really, that's definitely a plot device. Okay, her name is Toko, so that's what I'll call her. So that's definitely a major plot device. I'm not going to lie there. It definitely is, okay? But I like it, though. I like that there's a little supernatural element here. Even though it's not major, it's still something. And I really love how subtly they're using this foreshadowing plot device here, too. It really, I think, works out very well. I cannot remember. There's 2 guys here that I can't remember who they are, but they're basically, Toko ends up talking in private with this one guy who ends up saying that he knows about her secret and about how she can see glimpses into the future, and whenever he's next to her, he can also see glimpses into her future as well. So maybe this is trying to foreshadow that he'll end up with her in the end. I really hope they don't play it off as simple as just that, though, and that it's a bit more tricky for us to figure out who will end up with who in the end. Okay? Because there's way too many romantic comedies that seem to have a bias for a certain couple. Toradora does this. Even Golden Time does this, even though it didn't start out like that. Eventually it got to the point where it had a major Coco bias. And even though myself personally, I love both of the main female characters. But anyways, back to Glasslip, though. I really hope that it doesn't just boil down to the creators once again having a bias. Now, there is a manga which started this, July 3rd actually. So the manga started the same day that the anime did, apparently, and the light novel is going to be released this October, so it's not even out yet. Okay then. So the anime and the manga technically start at the same time. I'm not sure. Apparently they're being written by different people. It is kind of confusing. So, the people who are writing the anime for PA Works and the person writing the manga must be in close ties with each other then. So, unless there's completely different stories, which wouldn't make much sense to me. It is kind of confusing. But anyways, though, that's pretty much all I'd say about the story of this episode. It was very simplistic. One thing I thought was kind of funny, though, is that this group that Toko's a part of, they basically had a thing where they don't date. Alright, there's a no dating rule if you're part of the group, which Toko basically ended this episode, which I think, I'm not sure if that makes her the leader, or if enough people just agreed with her so they decided to end it. But that's definitely good, because obviously we couldn't have a romantic comedy here if the characters couldn't date. That wouldn't make any sense at all, really. That's pretty much all I'd say about the plot of this episode. I do have something to say about the animation, though, because the animation is definitely good. It is, but there's two two problems I have with the animation. One of them is just a nitpick, but I do think it's worth mentioning. If you check in one of the scenes early on in the episode, you'll see that there's like this CGI fan. Okay. Look closely and you'll see that it's a CGI fan. Then if you go a little bit further into the episode, you'll see they reuse the same exact scene of the CGI fan. Okay, so I thought that was kind of a clever way for them to conserve budget. Alright. Also, when Toko and that one guy were talking, in a scene after when this, I think it's a different guy who confessed that he basically has a crush on Toko. During that scene, there were so many still frames. It really made me kind of disappointed that they used so many still frames there. Like I said, the art, especially the backgrounds, but really all the art, reminds me of Nagi no Asukara since they were both done by PA Works. But it kind of disappoints me that in that particular scene there were so many still frames. Okay, so those are just a couple of things I really wanted to mention here really quickly about the animation. Other than that, the animation is still definitely good, although not amazing. It's not amazing. I don't expect it to get amazing either, unfortunately, even though Nagi no Asukara had outstanding animation. Stunning animation, really. For the genre that it was in, at least. Anyways, overall, hope you enjoyed this review, guys. These after guys, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.